When we started Dispossession, it initially was going to be set in London, and the initial estates that we're thinking of working with were Cressingham Gardens and the Aylesbury estate. But then, as we did more research into the issues around the film, around what is effectively the dismantling of social housing on the part of the government, the more we realised that it would need to be a film that would be on a national level. Because making something very London-centric, I think, would have been perhaps a bit disrespectful to what's going on around the country, for both to residents and to campaigners. I mean, I had a personal connection to the Aylesbury in that when I was a little boy, while my mum was at work, I would be dropped off at my cousin's house, who would look after me, and so they lived on the Aylesbury. I had a couple of sets of relatives that had separate places there. So from the age of 2 up until 5, I was on the Aylesbury like Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. And then even after, once I started school, I would go there every Saturday with my granddad. We'd all gather around my auntie's house, and they would watch the wrestling, and we'd go to East Lane Market, which was in the local area. So there was a personal connection. I also grew up in council housing and then social housing, so until I was 12, lived in that type of accommodation, so I understood its value, and so there was that personal connection. And then I think it was important in making a film like Dispossession, that you work with people. You're not telling the stories for them. It's a process of earning their trust. And I would say Crescent Gardens, that was an example where we went to meetings, and we met with people like Pam and Tom, who were campaigning, and met Eileen and Michael and Andy, and they got to know us a bit, because I don't think you can just turn up on a council estate or in a housing association place and just start filming. I mean, people do, and I think that's wrong.